and listeners. Good day to our viewers and listeners. Today, May the 4th, we are bringing you this special live update from inside the studio of Iktv. On December the 29th, 2020, the eyes of the nation began to turn to the Lasafre volcano as it began to erupt effusively, showing signs that we haven't seen in the last 40 years. After almost 4 months in an effusive state, the volcano began to indicate its desire to become explosive. This was quite evident when residents in the northern part of the island began to experience a series of volcano tectonic earthquakes on Monday, April the 5th. 3 days later, there was an order for persons in the orange zone area and the red zone areas of the Lasafre volcano to evacuate. And on April the 9th of April, the volcano exploded. Throughout the entire process, the nation listened to the leading scientist who is monitoring the volcano, Professor Richard Robertson, who has been credited for doing an outstanding job with regards to updating the nation with what was happening with the Lasafre volcano. But there was a voice in the wilderness crying out that the volcano was going to blow. The voice was no other than Desron Rodriguez, who has since been dubbed the Lava Man for his regular trips to the volcano. As a matter of fact, Rodriguez was seen doing a photo shoot on the 13th of January while the volcano was in effusive eruptive state. Rodriguez is credited with providing some of the latest images, videos with regards to what was taking place at the Lasafre volcano. Today, we are here with the voice in the wilderness. We are here with the man himself, and he's going to give us an insight with regards to his experience. He's going to tell us about his time in detention because, as you know, Rodriguez was arrested after he appeared in a video at the Lasafre volcano in its explosive eruptive state. Mr. Rodriguez, welcome.
That's a love SVG.
Welcome.
Yeah.
How are you doing, sir?
Good, pretty time.
You're doing good. I just want to start first and foremost with the latest development at the volcano. And we have heard from the Deputy Prime Minister that there was what appears to be gold found within the ash of the ash that was coming out from the volcano. What is your thought on the minister's statement? And generally, what do you think?
My thought on the minister's statement, I don't really think it was a wise thing to come and do, to come and tell the public, because it just gonna make people wanna go up there, risk their life and go up there. So I think it was a things with.
Okay. From your experience, do you believe that there is gold at the volcano?
There's a lot of stuff up, yeah, a lot of stuff. Gold, diamond, crystal, a lot of
Do
stuff.
you believe that?
Everybody know that. They know that.
That is quite interesting. So Desmond is claiming that there are materials, those sort of materials there at the volcano, which is quite interesting. Let me ask you, what motivated you to visit the volcano in the first place? What motivated you?
This is not really motivate me, but as a young man now, I'm into tour operating and tour guiding. So we do numerous tours, many tours. So that's a free before. So it's like it's a customary thing for me.
But could you remember the first time you ventured up to the volcano, and what caused you to go up there?
First time, my first experience.
Yeah.
Them time I was a child.
Oh, you was a young child?
In primary school, we had a field trip. Yeah.
And
The first experience, I love it. I enjoy it. It was a rainy day, and the place cool and chilly, and yeah. So it's like after that, I always have to go back.
you always have to go.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Professor Robertson would have referred to your action going up there during the explosive state as dotage. What were your feelings like when you heard those sentiments? What was going through your mind?
Oh, Professor.
Well, the leading professor, Professor Robertson. You know.
Who is that?
I think you know, because you would have saw the comments. You know what I just want to know is your thoughts on what he said. I know you would have seen the comments. So what was your feeling like when you read those comments?
Me never know name professor, but I think I have an idea what you're talking about. Yeah. Everybody had their own opinions,
Yeah.
Yeah. When I respond to come and make a negative comment, I have to do it.
Why did you feel the need to visit the volcano, despite reports that it was not safe?
That's something I really want to say, but I feel say they not give us enough updates. Yeah, they keep a lot of stuff from it. I feel they might give you updates, and my first experience, first eruption, so my experience everything for myself. My witness is with me to eyes, so yeah. You know? Yeah, so we gotta go and get the experience and see everything taking place.
Okay. So when you would have went up there and the images that you brought back was being displayed, disseminated to different entities, media, and persons alike. How do you feel from that feedback from the general public, persons who have commented and so forth about what you're doing? How do you feel in general about what were they saying?
The response from the general public still, it's still like 80% of the people them to me, which me feel please still. We come and we get them updates. Let them know when the volcano erupting and stuff like that. So yeah. We feel pleased still, can't complain.
I mean, for the works that you have been doing, you know, and the depth or the coverage of which you have been getting, do you feel appreciated for your works?
I really not, I really feel appreciated because I don't feel them not appreciate me. So I'm just do my thing.
Okay. Recently, you were arrested for going to the site, the volcano, and persons, as I said again, have been commenting, and there have been mixed reaction. Do you feel like you're being targeted by the system? What are your feelings like with regards to that arrest? And could you just tell us a bit about that?
I feel so now, but still, I don't want to comment much about that, but more feel say them target me say because I come like say you try arrest me and charge me for being in the red zone. Yet you have many other people being in the red zone, doing videos, still living in the red zone. So to me, what I look like say red zone are VIP, I'm a special kind of people. Yeah. So me in another company. So
So you don't feel like you in that you know, in that category of person who should.
no, it should feel like say a VIP thing, man. Red zone are VIP, so me not feel like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What from your experience, because you have been going there, as we can see, on numerous occasions, what has been your most frightening experience thus far?
My most frightening experience, to be honest, was the 8th. Yeah, the 8th. I thought that day is the day actually started to Europe, but it never explode like yeah. But yeah, the 8th, yeah, I've been there, I gained the experience. Where my friends could tell the same story. Yeah, it's like boy, gain an experience a jumbo jet, close by, close by to a jumbo jet, and you're hearing the loud sound of the jet engine them and the vibration of the jet. Yeah. So when me first make a look from the summit now, and me get the vibration and the loud sound of the jet. It's like boy, and the feeling within me is like it just can go explode one time now. So me like nah. I tell him me go hike now we gotta leave. Yeah, but he been saying nah we can't leave man, we just gotta stay. You know? So it's like yeah, we just make up my mind and say we just stay. Maybe, you know? Yeah, but the experience, the creative, who had the experience, I like you feel it within you, know, like you can explode. I don't know, say, boy, yeah, from this explode, and no more you.
Okay, if you can just for us compare and contrast what you saw before the explosive eruption and after the explosive eruption. What in terms of the physical outlook, what did you see different?
Well, it's a big difference, you know. When it was in an effusive stage, right? You got a different look. You could see two dome inside, a whole and a new one, right? Yeah. Now it's like you see no more dome, it's in a big hole inside. And well, you could see a dome, a new dome that inside the hole, which it taking the time and grow. When the pressure build up, it just explode. Yeah. So on my last visit, that was the case.
In your last visit?
Yeah. So after I returned back home, it just exploded.
What about the tracks that you used to go? You used to go to the volcano. What was it like? How much has it changed?
Changed a lot. Changed a lot, and very difficult. Very, very, very difficult. I would encourage somebody to go. You might get yourself lost.
And that is the next question I wanted to ask you. What sort of advice would you give to persons who would probably want to do like you would have done to go up there at that time? Or what sort of advice would you give them?
I mean, advise them in a safe and so. Yeah, don't need to run the risk. In a safe. Yeah, my last along the way. So. Very difficult. It took me like almost 4 hours to get there. And I normally take a 50 minutes to get there.
So normally, what Desron is saying, on a normal time prior to the eruption of the sulfur, taken 50 minutes to go to the top of the volcano, to go to the summit of the volcano. However, since the explosive eruption, it took him like about 4 hours, you said?
Almost 4 hours.
Almost 4 hours. Viewers, if you're viewing this, my audience, I want you to ask Desran some questions, and I will see those questions while I'm wrapping up. But I want to engage you a bit more, Desran, because it has what you have done has sort of created a division. Persons have seen you as like a hero because, as I said again, you have been credited for producing some of the most vivid, some of the earliest sight of the eruption that was taking place there. Okay, so a lot of persons would want to know of your experience and your mindset. Okay, and I know it has been a difficult time for you. Could you just I know there's a situation where you have been arrested. Could you tell us what were you charged for?
Well, to be honest, I still ask the same question to myself and to the officers them, you know, because like they pick me up and they are not charge me first. They just want to spite me.
So you haven't been charged.
No, not at the present moment. No.
But what happened? Could you just tell us? They take you up on a Tuesday, I think.
Yeah, they take me up on a Tuesday.
And they were looking for you before that Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes, it's Sunday.
Sunday, because the Friday you would have ventured to the okay, so the Sunday. Yeah, right. So they were looking for you since that Sunday.
Yeah.
And then they didn't see you Monday. We received report that they had visited your mother's place. They were searching up your mother's place in Bayabu looking for you. What happened? Did you turn yourself in? What happened from that period?
They reached out to me this Sunday. Officer reached out to me. He called me on my phone. It's Sunday evening. Yeah. So they asked me my whereabouts. With me and everything. Me ask the question why you wanna know my whereabouts? I not go the police. I not commit no crime. I not break no law. It's like your mother looking for you. Where you at? Like. So anyway, they be saying, okay, you needed at the station. Asking the question for what? What I needed at the station for? It's like they not giving me no answer. All they saying, okay, we need to see in post. We need to have a talk with it. So you need to come by the station, right? Me ask the question still, why? Why you need to see me at the station? We need to have a talk with you. So me like, well, me not really break no law. Me not commit no crime. Me not wanted man. So I mean, if you need to talk to me, me busy right now. So now that you're on the phone with me, tell me what you need. And when me have my time, me could come and make a visit by the station. Right? Anyway, they hang up their phone, they call back again, see everything over and over. You know? Anyway, fast forward is like the Monday now. No, the same evening. My mother called me. She said police was by she place searching up and stuff like that. And it's like she's not a woman that like them stuff, you know? Yeah. They go by she place with guns surround the house and you know? Yeah. Then she really stressed out and thing, crying and thing. So the Monday morning now, that happened this Sunday, right? The Sunday night. The Monday morning now. Which while the night I told them, okay, I was in Beckwith. Right? So I can't visit the station in St. Vincent when I'm in Beckwith. So they're like, okay, tell me where you at in Beckwith. So me know me can't give me location. They're like, okay, well if you don't want your location, we come and find you and lock you up. They say, well fine, good luck on that. Right? So it's like anyway, after that is like the Monday now. I get in contact with my lawyer, Grand Canal, and explain the situation to him. It's like because me not run from the police. Differently, me not run from the police, but the situation with my mother now, where when they go in my whole place and harassing she surround she house with guns and that kind of thing. She crying and thing. Yeah, I kind of feel that way about that now. So I get my lawyer and explain the situation and thing, and we decide well, we go into the state, we go into the central station to hear what they really need me for. Anyway, did that on the Monday. We made the deputy commissioner see they don't want me for nothing. You know?
So the deputy commissioner said they didn't want you for nothing?
Yeah, he knew nothing about that. He didn't want me for nothing. Like, yeah.
Wow.
And then say, okay, me and my lawyer, we decided to leave. And then, okay, well, Monday now, Tuesday. Tuesday. When I was just about, well, I had a couple of interviews on Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah, like 5 to 6 interviews. And I was just about to start the first one. Yeah. But before that, I went by my mother, fish her visit to see if she okay and everything. And then while we was there, I hear a vehicle pull up outside. And she tell me.
So while you were there on Tuesday, you heard a vehicle pull up? Yeah, outside?
Yeah.
That was about Tuesday, what, morning?
Tuesday evening.
Okay, so you heard a vehicle pull up?
Yeah. And then she said it was the police. Yeah, without looking outside, she said police. So we said okay. But we're inside. She go outside, talk to them. They ask for me. She tell them I'm inside. I go outside to them, we talk. Ask them what they need me for. See, they know what they acting and they acting
that's
yeah, they acting on others.
So they didn't know what they're arresting you for, but they're acting on others.
Yeah, them are others who arrest me.
Okay.
So they're acting on that, but they don't know why. So I called my lawyer. See, he would take me into the station. They didn't know all that, and they decided they're really leaving. So make things smooth. Me just decided, okay,
to go with them.
Me go with them. You understand? My lawyer say we pay up to the station, so me go with them.
Okay. And I don't want to go too much into it. How long did they hold you at the station for?
48 hours.
They held you for 48 hours.
48 hours.
Okay. I see one of your friends on your Facebook page there was asking, why did you become so silent after your arrest? What were you told to simmer down, do not go back up there? What sort of advice were you given?
Well, from morning, I get advice, I'm saying I go up this. But me always silent, me man always silent, so yeah. That's the only advice I'm saying, don't go back up there. Really.
Okay, and we saw in photos as well that you had some rocks and some other items, some other materials from the eruption. Did anybody come for them? What was the latest update in regards to those?
Nobody come for them. If you come for it, it belongs to you.
So right. Well, you know, I mean, a lot of folks are tuning in here. I am looking for some questions. Okay, and someone said 24 hours the maximum they can detain you without charge. Okay, so that's a question someone was asking. So they could detain you for 24 hours without charge. Let's go back to this recent excitement, because I think a lot of persons are interested in that statement by the Deputy Prime Minister. And you would have said that you believe there are a lot of things up there. Again, just for repetition's sake, why do you believe that there is some, we call them valuable materials or whatever? Why do you think there is something up there that is of such value? Why do you have that belief?
Well, I was silent on that question because it's like encourage people to go up there, and it's not safe.
So you're saying the statement as again?
Yeah.
What does when it's saying that the statement by the Deputy Prime Minister that there are gold materials that resemble gold up there is kind of causing persons, would encourage persons to actually go up there.
Man, it was. Yeah.
And just to go back, because I know some persons are tuning in. If you're listening, we're here with Desron Rodriguez, who has been dubbed the Lava Man for his regular missions to the summit and the crater of the La Sofre volcano. And we're just wrapping up with Desron. And I just want to, for repetition's sake, for the viewers, again, you would have said that the volcano is going to blow even before the professor said that or the scientist said that. Yeah. And the volcano actually blew. Why do you think that happened? Just to clarify, because I know I would have asked you before, but just for clarity's sake, for those who are listening to this, why do you feel that the volcano was going to erupt explosively?
No, well, our big difference. Our big difference because being there, right? Being there and not being there is two different things. You understand? So you can't come and tell the people, okay, everything's still safe, right? And you're not there for it to taking place. You don't know where it take place there. You're not did it. Me being there now, on the site, live, get the experience. Me know say yeah, it's about Europe. Yeah man, me know you about Europe that day.
So based on what you saw and the experience, folks, we've been fielding a lot of questions, and we've been trying to ask Desron questions from our viewers. I think some of the questions are coming in sort of slow, but however, we want to wrap up this live. I know a lot of you guys have questions for Desron. I know there's a lot of questions, and I cannot see all at the moment. But in general, for those persons who are critical of what you're doing, and they're very concerned about that your action, what would you say to them? Even from somebody who said, man, what he's doing is basically a show off or for publicity or so forth. What would you say to them?
Well, maybe I don't know what to say to them. Still don't give away. I said, I don't know what to say to them. Yeah, I don't know what to say to them. But, yeah.
I think some ladies were asking as well. Do you have a girlfriend?
No, free single and disengaged. Free single and disengaged. No girlfriend.
So the lava man is free single.
Yeah, we get in contact. But don't wait till it's too late.
But that's right. I know. I mean, you know, my viewers and listeners, I really thank you for tuning in. I want to thank Desron for coming in and sharing his thoughts and his feelings in regards to everything that has been happening. Just basically finally to wrap up, you weren't around during the 1979 La Sofre eruption, and probably you would not understand maybe the danger or some of what the concerned persons are sharing. Okay, and persons have been, some persons have been very kind to you. They have dubbed you as a hero. Some has other expressive, adjective for your actions. Finally, I'm seeing some questions coming in, but I mean, I am not well from them not sharing the beds and warehouses going to get in. Okay. They're talking about, some persons are talking about the bed and the goal and the matches. But I go back to what I'm saying again, Desron. Are you afraid? How fearful of you of dying? As a result of going to that site. How fearful are you?
Fearless, and I don't fear with it. Fearful.
You're fearless.
Yeah, man, I'm fearless.
You're fearless. But what do you attribute to this fearless feeling? What caused you to be so fearless? Is it that you're not worried about how your family would feel if something was to happen to you? You don't feel like anybody really cares as much. What do you attribute to this fearlessness?
Yeah, everybody care for me, and my whole family care for me. And yeah, but me I live a different life. It's like it's just born like that, so so me grow. Fear within me.
You're saying that is from birth.
Yeah, man.
Okay, somebody is asking also about the temperature at the volcano. What was the temperature like? Being coming from here around the areas that are considered safety zone. Now, what are the other zones? But going up there, which is the most dangerous point, what was the temperature like?
Temperature normal, just like a normal day. Yeah. Normally hiking to the volcano before the eruption.
Is it same temperature you were feeling?
Yeah, same temperature.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, no change.
Okay. And finally, from that entire experience, okay, from your entire experience, from seeing what was it like before and what was it like now, how would you summarize your feeling? To say, generally, how do you feel about your experience? Just in general, I want to give you the flow to deliver your final thoughts.
Thanks to your experience, and I've been craving for this whole lot now. Yeah. Since it start erupting in our few it's like my first experience is an experience that volcano eruption. Yeah, we craving for the experience and we give thanks to it still. Yeah, man.
But the rocks, and I just want to go back to that. The rocks, because I saw the rocks, okay? The rocks sort of look different. Before it erupted,
Yeah.
and as compared to when it erupted.
Yeah.
Just give us an indication of what the rock was like, because you would have feel, touch, and experience it firsthand. What change did you see in the rocks?
Really much changes, it's just like they get the explosion, everything that's going to pieces. So it's small before that they would have get big. So not much changes, but everything's still the same.
So there wasn't much.
No.
And somebody's asking, Winston is asking, how curious, sorry, stick on that, John, for me, please, because, how curious are you to see what it looks like now? As I'm sure it changed since your last hike. How curious are you now? you know, how curious are you now to see what it's like?
Well, to me, it's like being there and witness it for myself. It's like a movie. It's happening in real life. So it's like, yeah.
So you're still curious to go up there? Just keep it coming.
No. We don't really have much interest in up there anymore. We don't get the experience. Was the last two visits and the first two visits.
And also, we have to look at if the La Soufrière volcano goes back to, to a state where it's not erupting. How viable do you see your service that you are doing? How viable do you see that service if the volcano stopped in terms of tourism? What do you see in that regard?
I say it's gonna be very, very, very viable because I know a lot of people already want to book to go and hike to Soufrière and other places. So yeah.
And are you prepared to take them to the volcano?
I'm ready long time, man. Even before Europe, I'm ready long time. There's a way to go ahead,
Just
yeah.
I know, man. So folks, you have heard it here on Iktv, our viewers, listeners of Boom FM, and persons who would be purchasing the Vicentia newspaper. We have spoken to Desran Rodriguez, the lava man himself, Based on what he's saying, he's very fearless. For those who thinks that what he's doing is doltish act of stupidity. He believes that what he's doing is very useful, and he thinks that in all that is happening, his bravery, his fearlessness is what keeps him going back to this volcano. And in conclusion, because I've been trying to conclude for the longest while, but there's just so much question that we have for you, Desron. In conclusion, because you would have ventured around the time that the software was going through an explosive state. Even explosive based on what we saw. What was the closest that were you in any proximity when it erupted, and you were able to be there on site, maybe ash falling, maybe rocks moving, were you there on site to see any of that?
What do you mean on site?
As in, like you were venturing to the volcano, or you were leaving the volcano when it erupted?
I already left. I already left when it erupted.
You already left when it erupted? Yeah. Okay. Folks, so once again, man, Desron, I really appreciate you taking the time out to speaking to us, to updating our viewers. I don't know if there's anything you want to say finally to everybody in general before we wrap this up.
Well, just want to big up the entire SVG. Big up my whole team, big up Paradise Adventure, Boca Torrental, Crown, Queen Beauty, and Spa, Elana Sales. Big up Slamaland and still. Big up the Anto Stories. Yeah. Big up the whole of Becky. Big up everybody who show me love same.
Okay, I think I see just a question from Beds. So you think people should live up there, live around those areas still? Do you think a person should live up there in them areas, probably in the orange zone areas? What would you sort of advise?
I mean, I don't think so, no, but you have people living there now and they're not doing nothing about it. So make you come and advise people if you can win that. The government that do that. So. They kind of rank stay.
So, I mean, folks, we have heard it here from Desron. Ask him how he likes the name Lava. Okay, so somebody is telling me to ask you, how do you like the name Lava Man?
Well, what kind of name still, but
Yeah.
fans them give me the name, they love it, so I will go with the flow.
And I see a lot of folks now taking photos with you, and you have gone on this sort of celebrity status, now.
Yeah.
What does that feel like for you, man?
Well, to me of course now, I really like attention.
You don't like the attention?
No, I like attention. I like be by myself. Yeah. So I really like the attention, but my fans them feel pleased. They go with the flow and respect everybody.
Okay. All right, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in to this special update, guys. Desron, once again, thank you very much for being here at the studio at Iktv. And for now, we're out, and do have a good day. Take care.